This is the general manual that is going to show all of the different parts and accessories within this model of light. It is important to note that the parts and accessories could be different depending on which model of light you buy. However, installation is the same for every model of large ceiling light. These ceiling and wall screws come with your purchase. However, in order to have the most secure installation, I highly recommend these half-inch drywall anchors that you can purchase from any home improvement store. These are the general tools that could be useful in your installation. Here is the ceiling bracket and the baseboard. To install this ceiling bracket properly, you have to align these 4 holes with these 4 bolts and tighten the 4 bolts on the top so these brackets all will not slide. You need to use your 3/8 wrench to tighten these. Make sure the bolts are in the end holes on the brackets. They may move a little bit while tightening. Make sure they are tightened properly. Remove the 4 finger twist nuts from the other side of the bracket and remove the bracket from the baseboard. Also, there are 2 steel protection wires clipped to the bracket. Remove both of these wires. Then, flip the bracket over and remove these 4 screws. We have installed the bracket, but for more clarification, before installing the bracket to the ceiling, it is important to align the bracket to see where you want to install it. You need to figure out if there are any 2x4s in the way of your installation. If there are any 2x4 pieces of wood in the ceiling, such as here, then you do not need to use the drywall anchors, as you can directly install the screw into the wood. However, if there is no wood, that is where the drywall anchors come into play. It is also possible to screw the middle part of the bracket into the junction box. In preparation for the baseboard, it's important to take off the white film. To do that, carefully use a razor blade like this. Then peel off the white film all the way to the end. It will come off very quickly and easily. This is what the baseboard will look like after all of the film is removed. If any pieces of the film are left, like here at the edges, that is okay. As a safety precaution, make sure you wear gloves, as the edges are very sharp. After all of the film has been removed, it is important to install all of the fixed accessories on the baseboard of the LED light. The fixed accessories include holders as well as one of the 30mm sticks. These accessories should be fixed on the baseboard before you attach the baseboard to the bracket that has already been installed on the ceiling. First, we're going to show you how to install the holders. Each LED light has 8 holders. It's easier to attach them on the shorter side, like this, on the baseboard. And in order to attach them on the longer side, it is necessary to remove the plate, like this. Remove the plate like so, and install the holders that way. This is what the holder looks like when they are all attached. It's important to make sure that you don't put too much pressure on them when you're screwing them into the baseboard, because they could break. This is how you prepare the 130 millimeter stick. Take a screw, put a washer on it, and screw it into the side of the stick. This is what the sticks look like when installed. It is very important you install the sticks through the 4 smaller holes. Now we are ready to put the baseboard on the ceiling bracket. Here you will hook up the steel wire to the bracket. Make sure you have 2 people holding the baseboard to do this step. You will need to hold the baseboard all the way up to the bracket. You will want to use the last hole to clip the wires onto the bracket. Now we will put this connection together. Before you do anything, make sure that you do not have any electricity turned on. We recommend using a tester to verify that there is no electricity running to the wires. There are 4 wires here, purple and gray. These connect to the 0 to 10 volt dimmer. If you do not have 2 more wires for the dimmer switch, you do not need to use these, and you can tuck them back inside. The second thing you are going to do is hook up these connections. Make sure they are secure and tight, preferably with a twist cap. Now that the wires are all connected, make sure you do not forget to connect the ground wire. If you do not connect the ground wire, the light will not work properly. With the ground wire connected, it's time to test the light. Once you are able to test and verify that the light is working, it is time to put the baseboard on the bracket. As a note, while mounting the baseboard, sometimes the screw does not show through the hole, so you can use a screwdriver to get the screw to come through the hole properly. Now that the baseboard is mounted to the bracket, it's time to put the ornaments on the light. After putting all the ornaments on the light is finished and ready to be lit. We hope you find your light to be impressive and beautiful.